ABC 10 News at 4 starts now.
San Diego, now one of the most restrictive counties in California.
The simple reality is COVID's spreading everywhere.
Surging cases now forcing indoor operations to shut down yet again. How long some business owners have to move outside. The coronavirus is tightening its grip on San Diego County. Today, we slipped into the purple tier, forcing more restrictions on where San Diegans can go. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kimberly Hunt, and we have team coverage on today's announcement and the chokehold that it has on local businesses. We start with ABC 10 News reporter Anthony Pura. And Anthony, the county emphasized that we're going to be in this new tier for a while.
Officials say it could be longer than that, depending on how soon or how long it takes for us to get those numbers down. So here's what we can expect in the purple tier. I want to show you a list now. Here's a list of what can be open outdoors only. That includes places of worship, movie theaters, playgrounds, museums, gyms, zoos and aquariums, restaurants, wineries, family entertainment centers, and card rooms. Now here's another list. Here's what's partially open in the purple tier. K through 12 schools will do distance learning if they're not already open in person. Retail stores and indoor malls will be open to 25% capacity. No food courts and common areas will be open in those indoor malls, however. Offices will be pushed towards working remotely. Professional sports can continue without live audiences. Now here's the things that are closed in the purple tier. Bars, breweries, and distilleries, live audience. Now, county officials say that these restrictions are meant to turn around the metrics, but saying it will take time.
Slowing the spread of COVID is like turning an aircraft carrier. It's not a jet ski. It doesn't turn on a dime. We're not going to have the new restrictions go in place Friday night and wake up Saturday and Sunday and see decreases in cases.
Now, county officials say that they will be stepping up code enforcement. They've also given out 44,000 masks to law enforcement agencies. The idea is that they'll be able to hand out those masks to the public if they see someone not wearing a mask. They say they've also reached out and plan to work with tourism leaders and entities like Airbnb in hopes of getting compliance from visitors. And as for those businesses, they will have 3 days to comply to get their businesses within compliance before those new rules kick in. Reporting live tonight, Anthony Pura, ABC 10 News.
Anthony, thank you for that. And to look at the numbers today, 483 new cases of COVID-19 in San Diego County. Now we have a total of 61,915. 7 additional deaths were reported today, meaning 915 San Diegans have died from the virus. Restaurants and gyms must move completely back outside by 12:01 Saturday morning. That means they have just days left to prepare. ABC 10 News reporter Laura Acevedo is looking at the impact this is having on businesses already struggling to survive. Laura.
Yeah, Kimberly, and many businesses say that this opening and having to close now is just devastating on their businesses. We are in North Park here at the San Diego Chicken Pie Shop that has been in business since the late 1930s. You can see there is an individual out here. He is prepping for outdoor dining. Now, they've been successful with to-go orders during the pandemic and just recently started modifying what I'm showing you right now for outdoor dining. Now, the restaurant is famous for their chicken pies and their desserts. On Saturday, they will once again have to close for indoor dining and hope to have that patio area that I showed you ready to go in a few weeks. Now, crews are working to make it safe, installing railing to protect people from falling. Now, the closure means some workers will be laid off again, and the hours will be reduced for the employees that do stay.
It's like a yo-yo. It's like, well, okay, we're going to do this, then we're going to do this, then we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this. My feeling about it is that, you know, we just need to do what we have to do. Wash your hands and do whatever we're supposed to do, and let people be able to stay open and make money.
A frustrating scenario for many business owners. Now, some of the employees have been here for over 20 years. Again, some of those people will now go to reduced hours or part-time. Again, come Saturday, this business, like many others, will have to close their indoor operations and move outdoors or to-go orders. Reporting live in North Park, Laura Acevedo, ABC 10 News.
Thank you, Laura, and certainly a growing chorus of businesses all telling us the same thing. We appreciate your story. And stay with ABC 10 News as we follow the impact of these dramatic changes. You can always stay up to date with the ABC 10 News mobile app. Some Americans could be vaccinated as early as next month if Pfizer's vaccine gets to health regulators as quickly as it's expected to now. According to the Secretary of Health and Human Services, the goal is to get the vaccine to nursing homes, healthcare workers, and first responders by the end of January. The government expects to have enough supply by the end of March or early April for every American who would like to be vaccinated. And we are learning more about how much it will cost. BioNTech, which is working on the vaccine with Pfizer, says the price will be below typical market rates. It didn't give a specific price. The company said there will be different prices for different countries. Pfizer agreed with the U.S. government and the Trump administration back in July to supply 100 million doses. The price breaks down to $39 for the 2 doses needed per person. The government can get another 500 million doses. Those are free of charge to Americans. And meantime, as the pandemic rages, health coverage for more than 20 million Americans is at stake in the third challenge to the Affordable Care Act. At issue is whether or not the 2017 congressional amendment zeroing out the tax penalty for the individual mandate coverage invalidates the entire law. Republican state attorneys general say that it does. Supreme Court justices seem to be siding with attorneys for the Democratic-led House, arguing that the law can function with or without that individual mandate.
This is a very straightforward case for severability under our precedents, meaning that we would excise the mandate and leave the rest of the act in place.
Today, President-elect Joe Biden attacked the Trump administration's effort to strike down Obamacare. Protecting the Affordable Care Act was a central theme of his presidential campaign.
This doesn't need to be a partisan issue. It's a human issue. It affects every single American family. We can't subvert the growing consensus of the American people based on an argument put forward in the briefs seeking to invalidate the law.
Well, today, the court signaled the Affordable Care Act will likely remain in place even if they rule against the individual mandate. But a decision is not expected until the first half of 2021.
What impact will the new administration have on your money? Well, experts think another relief package could be one of their first actions in office.
There are a variety of ideas by lawmakers on both sides on how to either build on those ideas or even use new ideas, for example, expanding the child tax credit and the earned income tax credit to help with economic relief.
Now, the earliest anyone would see additional stimulus money would be early next year. Separate from a stimulus bill, the Biden campaign talked about increasing overall spending, raising taxes on wealthier Americans and businesses to pay for it.
The most likely ones being the corporate tax increase, raising it from 21% up to 28%, and bringing the top individual income tax rate from 37% up to 39.6%, where it was prior to the Trump tax law in 2017.
Which party has control of the Senate will impact if taxes are raised. Same goes for possibly raising the federal minimum wage. Congress would need to approve that. Now, experts say that likely puts us into 2022 before any major financial changes would take place. That is also the midterm elections and when another shift in balance of power could happen. Something that could affect your money and gain bipartisan support: changes in retirement savings.
The Biden campaign has come out with an interesting retirement proposal that, if it did get traction, would change the way traditional retirement accounts work by essentially converting the deductibility under current law of those traditional retirement accounts when you contribute into a matching credit instead. And so that would change the way in which folks operate their traditional retirement accounts.
Now, bottom line, the outcome of the remaining Senate races will determine any changes to either providing or taking more money from Americans.